You mentioned a lot of them. We mentioned, community organizations, mentors, right?
Mhm.
Parents, teachers,
Teachers,
and also churches.
churches.
Let's get it right.
Oh
Let's get it
yeah,
right.
we need
Let's-
some
and
churches.
that's what I said. Let's get it. And to me, and this is your initiative, right?
Right.
We're going on your. But my thing is, let's quit acting like, oh, they supposed to be doing this. They supposed to be doing it. Why don't we invite?
Right. That's
Right?
it.
Why don't we invite instead of always thinking, oh, they need to be, they need.
Yeah.
They need. Sometimes you need an invitation too.
Yes,
I
me
mean, as
too.
far
I'm
as
like that.
right?
Mhm.
I mean, I think that's the case too. Instead of just sitting back, talking this and that.
Yeah, why come they don't do?
Exactly right.
We don't
So,
invite them.
right.
We invite the community. And if you're positive, you have a positive message, and you have some positivity to bring, something that helps, we invite those agencies, churches, mentors in to be a part of the movement.
Good.
Because this is not Destined to Bloom is not just a company or a camp or this, it's a movement.
Good. I think, what we were talking about real quick, and then we move off of the storms. Storms, do they stop flowers? Do they stop flowers? And think about it. And I never even thought this, because if they all out in the open, right? But even some of the strongest flowers bloom through storms.
Yes.
And that's the thing, when we see, and that's why you had mentioned that earlier about loss, about definitely failure as well. Tell us a little bit about this. Tell us, can beautiful things come after broken seasons?
Definitely. Again, you have to want something. You have to want something for yourself. You have to want something for your life. And so sometimes it takes, if you're used to one way of living,
right,
and the storm comes,
right,
storm just take you out. But and so therefore there has to be a safe place. There has to be a hub. There has to be a place that can plant a seed of hope. Look, even after your storm, you don't have to look like this. Like when the leaves fall off the tree in the fall, you get out and you rake them up, and then you start again for the next season. It blooms again. And so all of this is about growth. And so yes, you can grow.
And I like that what you said as well. Tell me a little bit about, do you think that, like, I put you on the spot, do you go, or have you went through, not so much yourself, but maybe a friend, or you've seen on the background someone going through what's called a broken season? And what I mean by that is just going through a failure, even if in your young life. I mean, and how have you seen that being responded to?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people, they'll get like what you call a broken season, and they'll need somebody to give them water and sunlight. So you just gotta find out what the people need, especially if it's somebody that you really care about. You really gotta figure out what they need, figure out what you can do to help them, and do your best.
Have you seen that or some around, some of your friends or some, some of your counterparts, classmates?
Yeah, definitely. You can see it at any age group. Doesn't matter who or what you are. You can definitely see it around.
Because maybe putting you on the spot a little bit, you played sports, right? Football, basketball, anything else?
Football, basketball.
See tennis. I see wrestling, track. Okay, you're all around athlete, right? I mean, and sometimes, like I said before, do you face that as well? Some of these broken seasons, and how do you handle it?
When I do get a broken season, I handle it by mainly just focusing, make sure whatever I did to get a broken season doesn't happen again. We just focus on life and make sure to do positive things.
It's good. I mean,
Yeah,
and that is it. I mean, and getting back on, that's like I'm glad you said that, because that's a lot of what.
Can I ask?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Put them on the spot.
In your age, what do you see that is the most needed for your age group? When you are in school or wherever your people in your age group, what type of brokenness do you see in the youth?
I see we may need a lot more people and community support from friends and family. Like, I play sports, like, especially when you come to games and stuff and you see that nobody really shows up or nothing, that puts impact on you.
Yeah. Like, so you see brokenness and support, like when in sports events and different things. What about what kind of brokenness do you see within your friends? Like, do you, or people, your peers, let's say people that you go to school with, do you see the children in lack of clothing and food and shit? Do you see that type of thing? Do you see that do you identify that type of brokenness?
Yeah, some people they can just be out of place.
Yeah.
They'll be wrong. They'll just be broken, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
And some people they'll just be wrong. Their mind will be in the wrong place.
Right.
Some people just be focused on TikTok and whatnot. And just forget about everything else. Just forget about God at that too.
Mm-hmm. So you see that's a form of brokenness.
And see, the reason why I'm bringing it up, and then,
Okay.
the elders talking about it is, I think a lot of times, you can start an initiative, right? You can do all this, but we sometimes can miss the mark. Well, it's like her movement is about a wide array of, all people, right? Not saying that ours isn't, it's not about ours anyway, it's about you too, right? That's why you sit here today. Number one, you sit here because you have the courage to sit here, right? Which is a big thing. And it's also not only that, just have you on there sitting there looking at the screen, at least letting you talk as well. You know what I mean? And you have something to say as well. And I think that's, and it only gets better. I mean, this is the second time you've been on it, right? But it only gets better, right? When you see it. Now we see somebody out, definitely another outside group come in and start to learn, what they have to offer. And that's, listen, we're just trying to, it's not only to youth, but it's also to, adults as well. And, you had talked a little bit, not just, I don't want to miss this part, because I know your background, and I know you touched on it a little bit, but I want you to go just a little bit into the fact of the recovery and the reentry and the second chances a little bit, okay, if you could. And what I would say is, helping people rebuild.
Yes. I have this big burden and this drawing in certain communities to build a trust and to encourage people who are in addiction, who have a broken home due to addiction, to have a trusting person that they can go through to help them navigate to get the help that they need. Because there's a culture that says what goes on in the house stays in the house, but I believe that when we do that, we create things generationally. And so I want to be a curse breaker. I want to help break the generational curses. So I believe that addiction is so pertinent right now. And it's a big reason why households are falling apart. It's a big reason of why secrets are kept. It's a big reason why people are going without. But it's the trusting, to build the trust so that I can help those people get the help that they need and know that there is a support for that. There is a support for that. There is help in rehab. There are decent rehabs. But I think a lot of times people don't want to be called a name. They don't want to be looked at as going into reentry. They don't want to be, put out there. So there's certain communities that stay there because they don't want to reach out. They don't trust the process. So I want to be able, as far as the reentry, I'm very passionate about that. I want to be able to help someone know that addiction, you don't have to be right here. You can't overcome, but you need help.